Hey, I saw you just dive in there. It's another nature walking experience with the O. Who influences you? Who influences you? Do you follow influencers? Who influences you? I'm going to be real. I don't follow anyone that says they're the influence. The influence, if he was truthful, if he was truthful, put him on a lie detector test and ask him who is he influenced by. I'd like to see that. But anyway, I influence me because of my own legacy. My mom and my dad, they taught me well. And as a daughter, I've learned to excel. And that's why I exhale. The bullfrogs agree. Hug a tree, hug a tree. So who influences me? Not some bum-ass celebrity. I mean, let's be real, especially the celebrities today. They're not quite like the celebrities of yesterday, and yet they are. But the industry wasn't so, well, the industry was scandalous. But the levels have been lowered on such a negative way, reminding you your goats eat ass. They eat trash. They eat, I know, right? Even the bullfrogs say, what the? They eat duty. A regular four-legged animal doesn't even do that unless it's sick. But you're human beings. Where's your mind at? And you follow these tricks. And then these tricks would have the nerve to turn around and gang stalk me. See, this is a true story in 2022. Well, it's been long before then, see. But this is what I'm noticing about social media. I know, I'm going to tell them. And I'm going to get to that in a minute because this is a part two, but I gotta be in the chair. It says, watch nature. Nature's showing off today. Okay, Daddy. Okay, Daddy, you too. Bullfrogs. This is a pond full of tadpoles. I used to play with tadpoles back in the day in ditches. Yeah, I was that type of chick. Oh, look at that big one there. And I used to go, what type of tadpoles or fish are they? And then Ranger Jacob said, oh, they're bullfrogs. I'm like, oh, I'm out here amongst bullfrogs. That right off the bat is I know, right? Growth for me because I used to hate bulldogs. I mean, hate bulldogs, and I know hate is a strong word, but I was scared of them. They just have this ooh, ooh sound that was ominous to me. For some reason, certain things I just put in like bad omens. That was not necessarily on that they were. It's just, whatever in my mind translated. But like that time that, like I said, when that turtle got my mom's pole and was trying to pull her into the lake, I just bypassed. I didn't even wait for Daddy. I just bypassed and went all the way across the pond to get to my mom real fast. Cause I know, right? Because families protect families like that. That being said, I said one time before that bullfrogs, even though I was fearful of them, they reminded me of my dad because my dad was always a sense of comfort if I was around bullfrogs. So it's weird that I'm sitting here uh, seeing all the baby bullfrog, big old tadpoles growing up and surrounded by bullfrogs, and I have absolutely no fear. So I know, right? So who influences me? Nature. My mom and my dad and baby makes three. I influence me because I myself am a legacy. And actually, if I can inspire one person to look at you, there's someone else in your family who's a far better, more influence on you than any celebrity or rich person you think you might see on TV or any of these people on YouTube. What are you? You're like a salad. Well, you have different creatures in here. Like that one right there. Now you diving down deep down. I saw you, but it's not. That wasn't a tadpole. That was something else. That was like maybe a salamander or something because it had like legs and stuff. All types of amphibians and stuff like that out here. But anyway, yeah, someone around you, and especially if you're in the military, I've been drinking water. So, especially if you're in the military, you may find that there is your mother or your father or your sister or your brother or your uncle or your aunt or your husband or your wife. You might not know what they do in real life, and that's weird if you don't, because I know, these people with these closeted stories. Like, how could you? I mean, I knew enough about what my parents did that it didn't, make me crazy as a kid. In fact, the best people I could have ever learned from was my parents. So I don't have parent issues. So right off the bat, a person can't get me on, well, she's got parent issues. No, it's not that. Well, she has therapy issues. I told you I know several therapists, and they look at my story and don't even know how I exist the way I do. So I've got a clean bill of health from psychiatrists and psychologists that will look at you like, I know, right? And I'm telling you right off the bat, there's a lot of people on YouTube that I can see the mental illness coming through. Some of these people who talk for like 3 and 4 hours at a time, I mean, you can look at them. And their children are watching them too, and so their children are going to be just like them, and that's sad on so many levels. I know, Mom. Come up, little girl. Shane, come up. Good. I'm doing it. Come up. I can't. That's not my life. I can't save everybody, right? I can't save right now. I'm just saving myself. And maybe one person that's watching this and will realize, don't use social media as something that should influence you. I know, because social media will lie. All these people lie about what they do, reminding you it's a trend. People do things for trend. These digital creators, like, hey, oh, I see you a bullfrog way over there. I see you way over there. I see you climbing up on that log. How is my sight and my hearing and my sense of smell? I've always had a keen sense of sight and hearing and smell, but it has, over the last couple of years. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But if you see me pull off a little bit on social media, other than just to drop a few tools and jewels like this, it's because, let me make it perfectly clear. Hashtag I'm different. I'm not going to even remotely compete or be in the midst of all this mess watching people. Last year I had my test. Now all of a sudden people, well, I'm going to get some attention and say, these people are coming after me and they're trying to rob me and they're trying to steal on me. Okay, that's what you're going to do. So how are you being an influencer, boo? Who and what are you trying to influence? Are you saying what you're doing about it, or are you just talking about it for 2 or 3 hours about nothing? So you just want the attention. Victimization has become a trend. Being a victim has become a trend. Maybe this was always a thing, but there have been real victims, and that's why real victims can't even get their stories heard, because of these whores, these media whores, gender not specific, because you're all a hoe to me. You're all a slack ass hoe that needs some type of therapy in real life. I am not the one. Don't come to me and don't try to copy off me, or do try. I don't care, but I can show you what I do and what I'm about. Like I said, no mommy, no daddy issues. I have psychologists and psychiatrists friends. I saw you. Are you? I saw you looking, and then you dived. You didn't look like a bullfrog. You look like something else. You did. Okay, that was Mother Nature saying, like, okay, and I heard the wind blow. Why are you up here talking about these people in our happy place? Because I can talk about it, and I get therapy, okay? This is my therapy. It's real. It's not from behind a couch. Ask yourself, what do these people do that sit all day and speak 3 and 4, 5 times a day for 3 hours at a time? They just got up and did what? And then you're going to go back to bed and do what? I know, right? The bullfrog says, right? What type of job do you have? How are you making money, right? Are you a call person? Are you selling ass? Are you selling trends? Are you part of this, NFT? Are you part of this scam, this Ponzi scam, social media scams that they're doing? Because one would have to wonder if you're in a hotel room that's obviously not your own or not your home, and hotels cost money. And I mean, if somebody says that you have been homeless, why are you still staying homeless? What are you doing to not be homeless? How is sitting in the room and sleeping all day and getting on social media uh, helping you, putting money in your pocket? Remind me, I know, right? I know. Even the bullfrogs agree. Got along with nature. I'm gonna bring it home in a minute. Really, you gonna see. You don't have to. I know you don't have to listen to me, but I'm gonna listen to me, and I'm gonna tell you why in a minute. Especially here, this is such a happy place to me, where I can think clear, and I can get these messages out to some of you, that maybe some of you might hear, and ask yourself, why are you following certain people? What are you learning from them? What are you learning about them? What are you learning about me? Do you see the difference between me and them? You really should see. And if not, problem might be with you. Or you know what? I'm just not a part of your crew, and that's okay. Everybody's collective. It's not everybody's collective. Literally, I'm not searching for a collective. My collective will find me. I'm just on my assignment, and I'm just being V in 2023. It's a personal year for me. I'm not riding for anybody except me and those who ride with me and for me. And that's why nature will always be a big influence, the biggest influence. Mother Nature, right off the bat. Now, people say, well, God is my influence. Well, darling, that's Mother Nature. That's that. You can call God till the cows come home, but if you're in the middle of a hurricane and you haven't planned, God's going to leave you on your own. See, don't be stupid. That's the good thing about a soldier. Soldiers know. Soldiers have God in their life. I know. But soldiers know how to fight. Soldiers know that God sometimes picks a soldier. Right. God picks a soldier to do what no one else will. So, if I'm going to pick an influence or somebody to honor, I'm going to, honor somebody who's the real deal, not a fake ass celebrity or some rapper wannabe or some goat that eats trash and eats ass and, tell my kids, yeah, eating groceries is a thing. No, growing groceries is a thing. Real farms are a thing. Real farmers are a thing. Real conservation and real preservation. Real medicine. Real medicine, not just for the money. Real government, because we need government. There is a purpose for government, but, not when it's corrupted and horrible, to which it is. And you want to take out somebody because, they say the government is wrong. Excuse me. I majored in political science, straight A's. I know the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, okay? I told you one time before, don't come to me like I'm stupid because I'll read you and won't make no bones about it. My dad and my mother will come out of me, onto you. What would God do? Me. Telling you the truth, this is therapy. So for my military family, this is a good place if you want to get from out of the rat race of Fort Bragg or Fayetteville or Spring Lake, and you can come out here and watch nature and chill and think things through. Why? Because the person who owned this initially was someone like you that actually served, and they made real money. They worked. They just didn't sit on their ass. They worked. There's a difference between these moguls and these billionaires back in the day who, no matter what their social lives were, they really worked, okay? They put in actual work. These people today, no, they put in schemes. They work more on schemes and memes than actual work. And then they get teams to gain stock and block everybody else who's actually trying to influence people to be better. Wow. And then you want to say that I can't say it and shadow ban me. Excuse me, I thought we were fighting for democracy. We're not the most democratic nation, by the way. We're not. Make America great again. How about you start with making yourself great again? Before you make America great, make yourself great. Who influences you? The bullfrog's asking that too. Oh, y'all are really talking now. Who influences you? Do I influence you? Thank you guys. The choir is speaking. This is so cool. You may have someone who is right near you, right by you, that could truly influence you more than any celebrity or fake rich person that you will ever hope to meet or see. Why would you spend thousands of dollars just to spend 5 minutes with somebody who would do absolutely nothing for you? It's even like with the preachers. Why do you set these preachers up in these big fancy houses and cars and you're broke? Why is a big ass church in an impoverished neighborhood? Oh my gosh, the choir is talking. They're saying, listen, Linda, listen. I love this place. And you want to know really why? You already know. This is going to be a part 2. Because right now I got to chill with the crew. But I'm telling you, the penny drops in the next video. The penny. The mega ball drops in the next video. I gotta go. But who influences you? You better pick a real one. Could be somebody closer to you than you think. Appreciate good people. Because when that energy goes away, it doesn't always come back. You know what I mean? You will. Anyway, till next time. It's me doing my thing. Spin V in 2023. Hashtag naturally the O. At Carver's Creek. Love this place. With the captain. Nature.